4 years ago, I asked myself a simple question. If someone only had $100 to invest, what would actually grow that money the most? Not in theory, not according to financial gurus, but in the real world. So I ran an experiment. I took $100 and split it into 5 different investments that anyone can buy from their laptop. No special connections, no insider knowledge, just 5 popular ways people try to grow their money. Today, 4 years later, we're going to open the results. Some of these investments did exactly what people expected. Others completely surprised me, and one of them turned $100 into something I didn't see coming. But before we reveal anything, we need a system to judge these investments fairly, because the best investment isn't always the one with the biggest return. Sometimes the best investment is the one that is easy to start, low stress, and still grows your money. So, we'll judge every investment using 5 simple categories, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where beginners should start investing. Let's begin. Before we jump into the results, let me explain why this experiment matters. Most people never start investing for one reason. They think they need a lot of money. But the truth is, investing isn't about how much money you start with. It's about how early you start. A small amount invested consistently can grow into something surprisingly large over time. This happens because of something called compounding. Compounding means your money earns returns. Then those returns start earning returns. And that process repeats again and again. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. At the top, it's small, but as it rolls, it gathers more snow and becomes bigger and bigger. Money works the same way. But here's the problem. There are too many choices. Stocks, crypto, real estate, gold, index funds. Everyone online claims their method is the best. So instead of guessing, I decided to test 5 of the most popular investments beginners use. Each one started with exactly $100. Then I left them alone. No trading, no interference, just time. Now let's see how they performed. Before revealing the investments, let's establish the rules. Each investment gets judged using 5 categories. First, learning difficulty. How hard is it for beginners to understand? Second, passive income potential. Can the investment generate money while you still own it? Third, tax advantages. Some investments allow you to keep more of your profits. Fourth, risk level. How likely is it that the investment could lose value? And finally, the category everyone cares about, performance. How much the original $100 actually grew over the last 4 years. Some investments might be easy but slow. Others might be fast but risky. Our goal is to find the best balance. So let's begin with the investment most beginners start with, individual stocks. Buying individual stocks means owning a small piece of a company. If the company grows, your investment grows with it. This is one of the most exciting ways to invest, because when you pick the right company, the results can be incredible. But picking stocks isn't easy. Successful investors often spend hours studying companies. They analyze financial reports, they research leadership teams, they evaluate industry trends. For beginners, that means the learning curve is high. However, stocks do offer something valuable, dividends. Some companies pay investors a portion of their profits. That means you can earn money just for holding the stock. But stocks also come with risk. If the company struggles, the stock price can fall, and sometimes companies disappear entirely. That's why diversification matters. But remember, for this experiment, I didn't pick a perfect stock. I chose one randomly, which makes the result even more interesting. 4 years ago, $100 went into that stock. No selling, no trading, just waiting. So what happened? Today, that investment is worth $164. That's a 64% gain. Not bad. But here's the lesson. If the dart had landed somewhere else, the outcome could have been very different. Some stocks would have doubled. Others would have lost money. Stock investing rewards research and patience, but randomness can play a big role too. Now, let's move to an investment connected to something everyone understands: real estate. Buying property is one of the most common ways people build wealth. But there's a problem. Real estate usually requires thousands of dollars to start. That's where something called a REIT comes in, a real estate investment trust. Instead of buying an entire building, you buy a small share of a company that owns many properties. Those properties collect rent, and investors receive part of that income. This means REITs can generate steady passive income, and because they own many properties, the risk is spread out. However, real estate markets can still rise and fall, especially during economic downturns. So how did our $100 real estate investment perform? Now we enter the most unpredictable investment in this experiment: cryptocurrency. Digital money that operates without banks or governments. Some people believe crypto will change the entire financial system. Others believe it's just speculation. But one thing is certain: crypto is extremely volatile. Prices can rise dramatically and crash just as quickly. Unlike stocks or real estate, most cryptocurrencies produce no income. Your success depends entirely on price growth. 4 years ago, $100 went into a major cryptocurrency. Then it was locked away. No trading, no panic selling, just patience. And the result was shocking, but we'll reveal that in a moment. First, let's look at a very different type of investment: gold. Gold has protected wealth for thousands of years. Long before stock markets existed, people trusted gold. Unlike stocks or crypto, gold doesn't generate income. It doesn't produce dividends. But it has one important role: stability. During financial crises, gold often holds its value better than many other assets. That's why many investors keep a small percentage of their portfolio in gold. It acts like a financial safety net. But the big question is, did it outperform the other investments, or did it simply protect wealth? Finally, we arrive at one of the simplest investments ever created: index funds. Instead of picking individual companies, index funds buy hundreds of companies at once. This creates instant diversification. If one company fails, others continue growing. Historically, major indexes like the S&P 500 have delivered around 8 to 10% annual returns over long periods. And because index funds require almost no research, they're one of the easiest investments for beginners, which is exactly why many professional investors recommend them. But did simplicity actually win this experiment? Let's reveal the final numbers. After 4 years, here's how the experiment ended. Stocks turned $100 into about $164. Gold grew to roughly $142. The REIT produced moderate growth plus small passive income. Index funds climbed steadily to around $180. But the most dramatic result came from crypto. That $100 investment grew to over $600, an incredible return. But here's the important lesson: the biggest return isn't always the best investment. Crypto produced the highest gain, but it also carried the highest risk. Index funds produced strong growth with much less stress, and that's why many long-term investors rely on them. The real secret to building wealth isn't finding the perfect investment. It's starting early and staying consistent. Even small investments can grow into something powerful over time, because time is the most valuable asset you have. So if you're waiting for the perfect moment to start investing, this is it. Your future self will thank you.